Earning a black belt is often seen as the end of a journey, a sign that a student has arrived, that they've mastered something rare. But what if we've misunderstood it? What if the black belt isn't a reward but a responsibility? In ancient times, warriors lived by codes. The samurai had Bushido, the way of the warrior. European knights swore oaths to live by chivalry. Both codes demanded not only skill in combat, but also service, humility, and honor in daily life. I've come to believe that martial artists today, especially black belts, should embody something similar. Every dojo teaches respect. We bow to our teachers, to the space, to each other. We speak of humility and integrity. Yet too often, once the belt is tied, the moral part of the art fades outside the walls of the dojo. The black belt becomes an accessory, not a compass. But the very purpose of martial training was never just to fight. It was to discipline power, to transform aggression into strength, strength into compassion, and compassion into service. A black belt, then, should not be someone who has merely learned how to strike, but someone who has learned when not to, someone who serves. Imagine if every dojo made community service part of its path to black belt, not as a punishment or a checklist, but as a rite of passage, proof that strength has matured into wisdom. Service could take many forms: volunteering at a food bank or shelter, donating canned goods each month, helping plant trees on Arbor Day, cleaning up a park or trail, mentoring a younger student or child in need. It doesn't have to be grand, it just has to be given. When I look around the place where I teach, there's a food bank on the same property. Students walk past it every week. It makes me think, we already have a place to train the body. Right beside us is a place to train the heart. It's easy to believe that discipline ends with physical endurance, the push-ups, the kata, the sparring. But moral endurance is harder. It asks for time, humility, and generosity. Helping someone without being asked is as much a test of spirit as breaking a board. Showing up to volunteer when you could rest is a kind of black belt training in itself. And when younger students see that example, they learn that honor is lived, not worn. If I ever had my own school, I would make this part of its fabric, not as an extra, but as an expectation. A true dojo should teach not just how to fight, but why we should choose not to. A simple creed might read, "A black belt serves. Strength without compassion is just force." The martial path must lead beyond the mat into the world that needs it most. In a world of noise and ego, martial arts still hold something sacred: silence, respect, and humility. But those virtues mean little if they stop at the dojo door. Every black belt is respected, but respect, like rank, should be earned daily, through action, through kindness, through contribution, because the world doesn't need more brawlers, it needs more protectors. The black belt should not mark the end of a journey, but the beginning of an oath, a promise to live with the same honor outside the dojo that we expect inside it. Maybe the time has come for a new order of knights, not bound by castles or crests, but by quiet acts of service. When we tie our belts, we're not just preparing to train. We're declaring that strength, properly used, should always serve something greater.